What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, I want to talk about a cowardly act committed this past weekend in the city of Baltimore, Maryland. Shout out. This involving this man right here who's in jail right now currently with first-degree murder charges and no bond. This dude right here is Omar Passmore, 28-year-old idiot and a child in the mind. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard this story or not, this cowardly dude is 6'2", 260. This guy right here is currently in jail, like I said, for shooting a 12-year-old girl after an argument with the mother. He already had a separation order or order of how you say it, you know, where they tell you to stay away from them, a restraining order. Somehow this guy who shares a child with the mother of this 12-year-old girl, whose name is Brianna Cormley, may she rest in peace, went to the house. The 12-year-old girl was there by herself and began to argue with her and then shot her up. She tragically lost her life. This guy was caught over the weekend, and he's in jail right now. I want you to take a look at this story, and I'm going to come back and say a few things. Check it out.
No bond for Omar Passmore. The 28-year-old appeared here inside Baltimore City District Court by video after being taken into custody over the weekend for the murder of 12-year-old Brianna Cormley. Investigators say the child was found shot to death inside a home here on North Kenwood Avenue in southeast Baltimore's McElderly Park neighborhood Friday.
Number one male, dark complexion, 6'2", approximately 260 pounds, wearing a blue-gray hat.
Passmore quickly named a suspect. Newly obtained court records shedding new light on their relationship and the case. Detailed here, Passmore and Cormley's mother have a child together. Witnesses told police the victim was home alone and Passmore arrived at the location, entering the home through the front door. According to the statement of charges, loud yelling could be heard coming from inside. Then, for unknown reasons, Omar Passmore then shot and killed Brianna Cormley. Passmore was seen briefly sitting on the front steps of the home before leaving on foot. The child discovered on the first floor of the home with obvious gunshot wounds to her body.
The grandmother came home.
This neighbor says the victim's grandmother made the heart-wrenching discovery. He placed the stuffed bear on the family's front stoop, adding his daughter went to school with the victim. According to Baltimore City Public Schools, Cormley attended the National Academy Foundation.
Messed up about it because I was out here when it happened.
The haunting question, why, also not answered in court. During the hearing, Passmore remained silent. Officials revealed he's unemployed, has attempted suicide, and nearly a year ago had a domestic violence protective order filed and granted against him. The victim in that case sharing the same last name as this 12-year-old victim, according to prosecutors. A deeper look into Passmore's criminal history shows back in 2021 he had another protective order filed against him, but that order was denied. And most recently, in May 2024, Passmore was charged with misdemeanor destruction of property. Passmore awaiting his trial in that case, and now also for the murder of 12-year-old Brianna Cormley.
All right, guys, that's the story of what happened to 12-year-old Brianna Cormley. May she rest in peace. And the reason why this man, Omar Passmore, 28 years old, a dumbass, is locked up. You'll think at 28 years of age, he would know how to deal with or have a relationship with somebody of the opposite sex. And you'd also think in his head, he would figure that if something ain't gonna work, there's no reason to keep dealing with it if it's going to wind up getting you put in prison or have you have heartache over something you can't control. We all choose who we want to be with, and we also choose when it's over. But some people don't see it like that. This guy had restraining order on him. I don't know why I couldn't remember that in the beginning when we were talking, but he had a restraining order against him. He also did something where you see it's a pattern: destruction of property, destructive behavior. A lot of times this destructive behavior is prevalent in the destruction of the relationship. Is it always a guy's fault? No. But I mean, it's always something done to where one of the two parties involved in said relationship say, you know what? That's it. I don't want to deal with you no more. Supposedly, he has a child with her. So for a lot of people out there that say, oh, a baby changes a man, it makes him do better. No, sometimes it makes him worse. Because a child is a lot of responsibility. You can't put a lot of responsibility on a person that's irresponsible. This guy right here need to be ashamed of himself. Like a lot of other people in them positions. Trust me, because I've had some knockdown, drag out arguments with my baby moms. I never said to myself, I'm going to turn it on the kid or a kid that ain't mine. Don't you think about that? That 12-year-old girl is not his child. He got mad at the mom and turned his aggression towards her. He's more childish than the actual child herself. She should still be here. Rest of her life ahead of her. Won't see her sweet 16, won't go to prom, won't fall in love, won't have children of her own, won't learn from mistakes that her mom made from the example of seeing a dude like Omar Passmore. He's sitting up in jail, he ain't talking. He's sitting there sad. Some videos you see him, he look like he crying when he in handcuffs. You got a fucking hell of a nerve. You didn't see this coming? You didn't see this coming for you? You didn't see you was heading on a speeding train to nowhere? And instead of jumping off, you increased the speed to prove you're a man against somebody that didn't want you as a man? That's the thing. Said this girl was found by her grandmother. Can you imagine? Your mother's mother got to find you shot up and dead in the house. Said he shot her up. Then went outside and sat for a little bit, gathered his thoughts, and then went down the goddamn street like nothing ever happened. You killed the baby and left her in the house. We don't know if she was dead when he actually shot her up or if she suffered on that floor by herself. What ran through her head before she took her last breaths? See, it's the type of stuff people don't think about before they pull the trigger and point another gun at somebody else. What did she do that was so bad that you killed her after being upset with the mom? This type of stuff, man, like I said before, juggernaut real, juggernaut dangerous. The male species of the juggernaut, the Peter Pan type, the one that lives in a fairy tale in his own head, never land. The boys that won't want to grow up. It's a perfect example of that. Now this guy's sitting in jail. He got a baby by a girl whose other baby he killed. What kind of relationship do you think he gonna have with that child after the mother knows that he killed another kid? You think he'll see his kid anymore? Probably not. You got a murder charge, first degree murder. Probably never get out. But then again, these urban inner cities, a lot of times a murder rap don't mean you're gonna be in there for the rest of your life. So the true thing of justice is never, taken to the max. But either way, it's messed up. The ripple effects of lives ruined from this tragedy go beyond measure. Not only did he kill that girl initially, he killed part of his child and he killed part of that woman. What man out here makes an executive decision to hurt those that he cares about? I don't know what his problem was. Was dominance, control, or whatever in the relationship? But he brought it all on himself with them very actions that he did. That say a lot. She didn't try to kill you. The mother, y'all had an argument. It is what it is. There's a lot of people out here that don't understand women, or like people that get into these type of relationships with people like this, whether it's a guy or a girl, where they want to fight you to make you see things their way. If I got to put my hands on you, I don't need you. And I learned that a long time ago. My grandmama and granddad that raised me, had some knockdown, drag out arguments, saying vicious stuff sometimes, but they never put their hands on each other because it was a level of respect. Respect the space, respect to somebody's opinion, and a love and respect for each other that you don't see too much no more. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. May Breonna Crumley once again rest in peace. She did not deserve this.